click on the subscribe button, especially the bell on the right side. Otherwise, you will miss the latest videos. In earlier times in the Gurukul, people were taught astrology, palmistry, Anka Shastra, Ayurveda, Mantra Shastra. All these were part of the Gurukul. Today it has become customized knowledge. What I like, I will learn. If I do not know anything about a subject, I will not learn it. But in earlier times, it was so important that if a client comes to you with a problem, you see his horoscope, he comes to you with a heart problem. You see his horoscope from the heart point of view. You also know the herbs, which herbs represent which planets. And then you would mix it and give it. I'll give you a small example. In Vastu Shastra, herbs are very beautifully used to remove doshas. Today we use pyramids and many other costly gadgets, gemstones and all that. But this secret part of Vastu Shastra, where herbs were used and tied in different corners of the room to correct the dosh of Vastu. Similarly, in olden times, sometimes if people found there was a Jupiter problem, they would take the herb that is turmeric and a different kind of turmeric, put it tied in a yellow cloth on your arm, and it would correct the problem of your Jupiter. So these were all used, and today it is lost. We have had a doctor whom I have been hearing since the last 2.5 years through Malika Chaudhary ji, that her experiences with Dr. Rai has been very, very fascinating, where some cases, extreme chronic cases, have got cured. So today's session, I would first welcome Malika Chaudhary ji. Malika ji, namaste. Thank you for coming to Saptarishis Astrology.
Thank you for inviting, sir.
Please tell us your experiences about Dr. Rai.
See, my association with Dr. Rai started some 2 years back when I was his avid follower on Facebook. So it happened by chance, that I contacted Dr. I will say Vaidya ji ko. I think it's been 2 years now that I contacted him, and we had some general discussions. Then I shared that as you will know that many of the women, I think, sir, if you correct me wrong, if I'm wrong, 95% se zyada if they cross 30, so they get PCOS or PCOD. What we
Can you explain it for our viewers? What is PCOD?
Sir.
Shall I come in?
Yes, Dr. Rai, please welcome to Saptarishis Astrology, Dr. Rai.
Thank you so much and namaskar. First of all, hats off to you for hosting such a marvelous meeting. Let me call it Astro Ayurveda. It's going to be the future terminology. And whatever Malika ji have explained and whatever she has told about me, and she has some notion about me. Ayurveda is a way of life. I'm audible? I'm audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Ayurveda is a way of life. The time you get up from your bed, Ayurveda starts. Ayurveda, as the name says, there is a famous saying, Hita hitam sukham dukham manam cha tach yatrukta Ayurveda cha uchyate. Means, it is a study of happy life, unhappy life, good life, bad life. It's a collection of, it's a judicious blend of all the life where we study is known as Ayurveda. And this is a small intro. I say a scant intro about Ayurveda. Still, I'm a student of Ayurveda. I'm in the practice since 2 decades. And it's a chance that I'm connected with you people, and I will be welcoming whatever you want to know. Where the Ayurveda has got the established edge, where there are certain diseases. The world is very scientific nowadays. Everywhere there is SOPs.
Right.
Everywhere there is some benchmarks. Ayurveda has got 3-4 diseases. We have got established edge over other pathies. Let me first is the musculoskeleton. Second is the hepatobiliary, that is the abdominal, and the third is the gynae. Right? Hello.
When you say gynae means, can you just expand on that?
It's Istri Roga. Istri Roga.
Okay.
And Istri Roga means the life of a lady or a girl start from a 13. There is a, she pass into different phases as far as lady is concerned. When she is born, when the period start, that is a menarche. Then she comes into a reproductive age. And the third is the menopausal age, when the push means period, start sitting by to her life. There is retraction of the uterus. There is a, in a lady body, there is one more body, which is very important. It controls all the emotion, mental, physical, spiritual, spirituality of a lady. That's why her body is very complicated. And our Kashyap Samhita has stated innumerable and fantastic version on this. And we have got a superb treatment for all sort of, we go with the menarche, we deal with the menopause, we deal with the osteoporosis. What you have said, these are the modern terminology. I would like to stuck up to the, the terminology which can pass from my brain to a common man. Otherwise, they are very scientific, very scientific.
Dr. Saab, you mentioned Kashyap Samhita. Is this by Kashyap Rishi?
Yeah, exactly. This Samhitas are always, there are, we called it a Shruta, we called sutras in that. We never called it a sloka. Like we have got a Charaka Samhita, we have got a Shushrut Samhita. Charak was the father of medicine, right? And Shushrut was the father of surgery. And Kashyap, he wrote about the Kumare Bhratte. Kumare Bhratte means pediatrics and this gynae and ops. Gynae ops means a gynecological or female's problem.
Okay. Doctor, incidentally, Kashyap Rishi has also written Kashyap Nadi, and that is an astrological thing. This is just for the viewers. But coming back to your life, Doctor, you have been running a hospital, a 400-bed hospital. Earlier, you were associated. You're from Allahabad, and
I'm from Allahabad.
Practicing all the while in Allahabad.
Yeah. In fact, I did my early education was from South, and after that, after completing this CPMT, that is a combined pre-medical test. And I was inducted into an Ayurvedic college, a government Ayurvedic college at Jhansi. And I was topper of that batch. And after that, in 93, I passed my BMS, that is called Bachelor of Ayurveda with Modern Medicine and Surgery. Then I went to South, that is a Vaidyaratnam, for my specialization into Panchakarma. Panchakarma is the total detoxification of the body, regeneration of the body. And later, I came to Allahabad, and I worked as a head of department in a 500-bedded hospital, Jeevan Jyoti, of Ayurveda department. And after some 6-7 years back, I started my own center, 100 square fit center, with exclusively based on, Panchakarma, and my specializations basically on gynae, hepatobiliary, and musculoskeleton. What I have narrated you, and these all are connected with the immunity.
Okay.
Roga Pratirodhak Kshamata. And we are working.
Acha. I'll quickly bring in Malika ji. Malika ji, I want you to tell me quickly your experience in the healings that you have received or your friends have received from Dr. Rai.
Of course, and you will be very surprised to know, ironically, me and Dr. Sir, we have never met face to face. It has always been a phone interaction. And I think today it is only first time that we are interacting on video. Otherwise, I have been seeing his avid follower as a Facebook follower of all his milestones. So it all started like, a general discussion over of one very close friend's alcoholism, which was allopathy, which could not treat, him, and the sending him to what you call them, a refugee home, or what you call that, sir?
That
Yeah,
is
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Rehabilitation center.
Uh,
Rehabilitation center.
yeah.
Rehab.
Rehab,
So,
yeah.
so it was not possible for the family to send that person to rehab. So it happened by chance that I discussed it with the sir, and sir had shown so much of light and confidence in first conversation, saying you wait for 3 months and this person will be cured forever.
Really?
Yes. So even I was very surprised. First, I mean to say, when he said, I could not believe that it could actually happen, but I could myself started seeing results from the 10th day onwards. So that person taking those.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wow. Wow. And after 3 months, he stopped drinking.
He had completely stopped. The liver enlargement had gone. The cholesterol was all controlled. The weight was all reduced, and he could have better sleeps. You know what, I think brain develops some cells which infuse you to, which provoke you to have alcohol after a certain period of time.
Wow.
So that completely vanished. So I mean to say, this, and further on, I mean, it was a process to process. First sir, he helped him from.
The way I'm sorry to interrupt, but the way I look at it is, even if this video can make 10 people leave alcohol,
Of
you know,
course,
like
I'm sure they
contacting
will.
Dr. Rai. I mean, my happiness is, and I'm sure your happiness, everyone's. But I'll be very blunt and I'll be very straightforward. Okay, many people have that problem that Ayurveda means maybe 30, 40 medicines we have to take. So I'm going to ask you, how many medicines was that close friend of your taking?
See, of course, it is a thrice a day medicine which sir had given to my friend. So it was a churn that he had given. Churn, that means a powdered form.
Was it only one medicine or was it several medicines?
There were two medicines. One was in the powdered form, which he had, I mean to say, they are nicely being put up in a pudiya kind of stuff. Then there are tablets. And best part is, whenever sir gives those medicines, he will tell exactly which herbs he is giving and what are the benefits of that herb. I mean to say, he will give the little background also for our information. So, before giving it to us, he will give little background information. What is this herb, from where it comes, and even if it is patented by some.
And I tell you why. Today's modern man, now, when he hears that, now,
Right.
30% healing
Right.
because of the knowledge of the herb only starts. I'm going to bring in Dr. Rai here quickly, but I just want to ask you before we proceed further with you, Malika ji,
Right.
is how much did it cost your friend?
Oh, see, I'll tell you what. It did
Roughly.
not cost too high. Because he had already spent some almost 50,000-60,000 in allopathic medicines, which was
No, what happens is we spend 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees on allopathy.
That's right.
But if we have to spend 5,000 rupees on Ayurveda, it is a problem. It is a psychological
It
problem
is a
among Indians.
psychological problem. Of course, sir. And ironically, I'll give you a little example. Day before yesterday, a friend of mine was discussing with me. He would like to send his daughter to study modern medicine. He wanted her to send to Australia to study her modern medicine. While for his own cure, he is taking Ayurvedic treatment. So it is an irony.
See, we have that saying, घर का दाल
घर का
बकवास होता है,
दिया तले अंधेरा.
दिया तले अंधेरा.
No, but it is actually uska khud, for his treatment he is fed up of allopathy. And he's undergoing some Ayurvedic.
No, people are not sending their children to allopathy to cure people. They are doing that so that their children can become stinking rich. Let's come back to how much did it cost your friend?
Sir, it costed somewhere around what, 10, 15,000, 15, 20,000 maximum, I think, if I don't remember exactly, because it depends on case to case. Now, in my friend's case, he recovered really early, and he had a urge to get full control of it. Initially, he had problems. In fact, in the seventh day, he told me that I'm going to file a case on you and your doctor.
Really? Why? Why?
Because after taking that medicine, he almost felt a heart attack, a kind of pain on his chest. So
Okay.
it was basically, then I called up sir immediately. I told him that, this time this is happening. He said, you don't worry, it's a false pain, to just put a little bit of thing in him that, okay, if he's going to take it, so be better aware of this pain. So he said it was just a false pain to to make him aware of that. So,
Dr. Rai, quickly, I want you to come in, Dr. Rai, along with Malika ji.
Yeah.
Dr. Rai, this medicine that you prescribe, I mean,
Mhm.
does it have side effects like this heart pain or something like that?
Yeah. The thing is that what Malika has said,
Hmm.
heart attack of type of things. The basic thing, he had a gastritis problem. He had a liver problem. What I did, I started working on his Agni, and that medicine, Agni means a digestive power.
right.
This digestive power I will explain scientifically. It contained hydrochloric acid, H dilute HCl. When I'm giving this medicine to him, when it is ingested, it gives feeling of heaviness, because he had problem in the liver also. And following this medicine, if he's consuming alcohol, then it definitely he would have been dancing at the tune, and this is what would have happened. After consuming that medicine, that person would have taken I know what they called a glass of alcohol, or whatever he was taking, a whiskey or whatever thing.
But wouldn't you anticipate that, Doctor? Doctor, wouldn't you
Yeah.
anticipate? I think the light went off somewhere.
No,
Wouldn't you
in my
anticipate an alcohol?
yeah, it's visible now. I'm visible.
You're visible, but it's a bit dark.
Yeah, sorry to say, electricity has in
No
Allahabad
problem.
is the
No
place.
problem. We'll
Let's
start.
continue.
We'll
Let's
continue. We'll
continue.
continue.
Yeah,
But
continue with the knowledge. Let's
is it,
continue.
Doctor,
So,
isn't it? Wouldn't you anticipate an alcoholic coming to you?
I know there is, when alcoholic people come to me, first and the foremost thing is that they never come alone. Only their friends, their better halves, their relatives, they used to drop to me, because that medicines they contain a Brahmi, Jatamansi, right? They are working, which is called in a common language chemical locha. That is, when there is negative feedback mechanism, body start demanding alcohol, and that medicine stops consumptions. Are you getting my point, sir? It start whenever he or anybody start taking, they start vomiting or thing like that. Only after that they stop consuming this medicine. There is no side effect as such, because it works on a virechana, on a vamana theory. Virechana is for the pith, for the loose motions. They create loose motions for the liver. It is a pitta vyadhi, and vamana is for the mental disorder. Vaman means vomiting sensation. These medicine work on that, because it contains trivrit also. I hope you are getting my point.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right.
what would you have advised to this alcoholic? I'm just asking from a technical point of view.
I politely but firmly, first and the foremost thing is that I consoled him. In fact, I dictated a very first day that these type of things going to happen. If following this powder with what the herbs I have dictated you, if he or she or anybody start taking alcohol, they will, he will dance at the tune. Same is happening with one of my patient. He's a big shot because of this alcohol. He's one of the richest person of Allahabad. His whole factory is being, at the no man's land. It has been sold, and he's. I tell you, his wife was in a very pretty condition. She approached me some 2 weeks back. Now that gentleman is slowly recovering. That is a boon for the family. And this type of people, Hello, are you getting my points?
Yeah, yeah.
These type of people, the age group is 14 to 45 years. When these people, they work on, they are the backbone of the family.
Right.
They are the bread and butter earner of the family. If some flaws happen with this alcohol, there is chances that there will be a debacle in the family, in the society, in the nation, right? That's why these type of things I'm working on that. And truly speaking, there is no side effect as such. It detoxifies the body, whatever toxin he had. I With this medicine, I detoxify the body,
Of course.
right?
I have a question. Can
Hello.
you recommend something for detoxification for a normal human being or even a chronic?
Yeah.
Can you recommend something now for our viewers?
Very good question. A fantastic question. You know what these toxins are? First, we have to understand the toxins. In modern language, toxins are anything which is not suited for the, for the body. And toxins can be removed only by 3-4 things. Toxins can be removed by, that is by sweating, by
Right.
urine, by mala, and a lot of things. That is called. We have got 5 ways by which these toxins are removed. First is the vomiting, that is called vamana. Second is the that is virechana, loose motion purgation. Third is the sweating, right? And the fourth is the we go for the nasya or rakta mokshana. Now for a common people, the toxin can be removed. The toxins are of 2 types nowadays: mental, physical, and spiritual, right? The toxins are mental, physical, and spiritual. Mentally, why sometime what happen, if something happens, people stop crying, then there is heaviness in the head. For that cleaning, they have to do some mental exercise. Then comes the physical. For physical, they have to work hard, they have to sweat. And after every 15 days, this is my I advise all my patients, they have to take a purgative drugs, a purgative medicine, like a simple medicine like a Triphala, like 3 to 4 tablespoons with a hot water every 15 days. This will clean the biotoxins of the body.
Three
So
to three to four 3 to 4
pardon?
teaspoon or tablespoon?
Tablespoon, 15 grams. 1 tablespoon contain 5 grams. Means 15 grams Triphala. It should be stirred in a lukewarm water and it should be consumed.
In the morning or in the night, doctor?
Preferably in the night. When again, it's a very nice question you have asked, the morning in the or in the night, because uh, anybody who is nowadays what people are doing, they are taking rich diet, they are not taking right diet. This
Of
is
course.
one of the causes of the toxins.
Very rightly said.
Huh. So what in the night, when we have to consume this medicine at least 2 hours before retiring to our bed, means we have to consume all our dinners and all 2 hours before. What we are doing, we generally we take dinner, we retire, go on the bed and sleep. So this Triphala should be taken some 2 hours before retiring to our bed. It will act as a mild purgative and it will detoxify the body.
I'm just, Malika ji, you're most welcome to keep on asking questions in between. I'm just going with the flow. This is not a planned session, and I want 100 such sessions with Dr. Rai. But I'm going to ask a very stupid question. Which Triphala brand would you recommend?
See, it's a very simple, man. So we can get anything, Haran, Baheda, Avala. This is all rich source of vitamin C. It is a rasayana. It is a amrit for the body. You can get it from anywhere, 1:1:1 ratio, right?
From a
It
local
is a
pansari shop.
Yeah, you can get it. It is available in the market. It's very cheap is not the right word. It's not costly. Let me
Low
put it
cost.
otherwise.
It's
It is
low.
very simple. Huh? Yeah,
Low
pardon.
cost. It is low cost.
It's low cost. It's not costly.
So you
So you can.
recommend 15
Yeah,
every 15 days, every human being should have 3 to 4 spoons of Triphala in the night,
yeah.
2 hours before for
Since
detoxification.
since you are conversing a Vaidya, let me think one more thing. There are three types of kostas, cost abdomens. One is the crude kosta. Even after he will have 30 grams, the abdomen will not be cleared. Then second one is the shushka kosta. He has to consume a little thing. There are some medicine like erendatel, castor oil,
Right.
right? And the third is the mradu kosta. For mradu kosta, they can have trifla. And for the krur kosta, uh, they have to approach to a Vaidya, or I'll say there is one Trivrit Avaleha. I have given one paste called Trivrit Avaleha. Trivrit. It's very good rechak or very good purgative. The idea is that in fortnightly we have to clean our abdomen. That is called colon cleaning, abdominal cleaning, because abdomen is a magic box, right? If the body is clean, then only we'll be fresh, alert, happy, and our immunity will be on higher side.
So this is for the hardcore Costa. I'm trying to understand your terminology.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
which medicine you said for the hardcore variety?
Trivrit Avaleha. Trivrit Avaleha.
Trivrit Avaleha. This is how it is to be consumed, Dr. Vaidyaji?
It's 1 teaspoon. It is taken in the night, or preferably I advise my patient to take on Sunday at 6:30 a.m. 6:30 a.m. with lukewarm water.
6:30 in the morning.
Sunday, yeah, because Sunday is mostly it's a holiday, and he or she can have a bouts of like 8 to 10 loose motion, but that loose motions are not infective one.
Right.
They are the physiological one. They are the purgative one. They are for the cleaning of the body.
Okay. And for the middle category, what you mentioned,
Castor oil, 10 to 15 ml, with a pinch of dried ginger in that in the night, they can have it.
pinch of dried ginger powder.
Yeah, dried ginger powder.
And means castor oil kacha lena hai, means we have to take it raw or with water or something like that.
Castor oil.
Castor
You
oil
can take
with
it raw.
raw.
Yeah, you can take
Edible,
it.
edible castor oil.
Yeah. Definitely
No,
edible.
but
Edible.
that taste will remain in the mouth, right? So
Yeah. And after that, if at all the taste is bad, you can have a lemon with you, a cut piece of lemon. You can just apply on your tongue and all. The taste will go off, the bad taste.
Anyways, it will be better than alcohol, I think.
Definitely.
that's good.
Definitely.
So I would recommend the viewers, to understand what kind of category they come in, and I still remember my father, once in a while he used to make us have this castor oil. My father is from Kerala and we have a background of Ayurveda. So coming to this, Malika ji, I wanted to lead the show and keep on asking questions, especially from the women point of view.
No, I'll take on that women point of view, but before that, I would also like to ask, sir, like when we talk about alcohol addiction, there is another thing which is these days, which is very common with even in the school-going children, which is drug addiction, and it is. Sir will be knowing it very well because in schools also there are I don't know if it is a racket or maybe some gang out of what most of the big school big or small schools, the kids from 7th 8th they get into the drug addiction, and it is very difficult for parents to take their children out of this addiction, sir.
Yeah. It's I'm facing that, and it puts tears in my eyes. The big school or the very famous schools, so-called international schools.
Right, sir.
Nobody is rich. I never use the word rich.
That's right,
And their children. I have got 2-3 students. From I've got the cases. Like I was taken aback. They are taking hashish. They are taking bhang. They are taking a lot of things. And these are being consumed. They are given by some, like in a in a chocolate form or this form. In their intervals, they go out and they take, and the addiction start from there.
Right.
And it's trouble family. And when the family start noticing it, there is one tip. If you find, you never leave your child alone. You one has to follow his activity.
Right.
Like there is a one word called prakriti. Prakriti is the constitution of the body. You see, a prakriti never change right from birth to death. Whereas once a parent notice a vikriti in a child, like why he is now lost, why he is not taking interest, he was laughing, he was doing his work like anything, then people has to take it. Especially, this is my polite but firm request through this forum, that parenting should be a very, because this mass want to kill our youth, it will spoil our country, like at the grassroots level.
Of course, sir. Of course. I, being a mother, I can truly understand that, sir. In fact, a parent can be the only being in this whole world who will understand their child, no better than anybody else.
So,
Exactly.
my quick question on this is, there is a very detailed procedure for de-addiction when it comes to drugs via Ayurveda for the de-addiction.
Again, see, one patient came to me. I'll start with the question. He was with a rehab, in a very big rehab at a Vasant Kunj in Delhi, renowned. There, the art of dealing with this addict was just like a prisoners. They have got the bouncers. They used to keep them. A lot of things was going on, and that Sikh, he was a Sikh. He came to me, approached me, and right from morning to evening, he was drinking like anything. Apart from this addiction, I have got some other works also, like I'm dealing with my general OPD also, but this is my passion. I started with that. I met that guy and I tried to explain him each and everything. He was, I tell you, he was not able to understand me. He was thinking I am at the same doctor. His conscious level was lost. He was thinking that he is at Vasant Kunj. He was started, stopping my car. When I was passing through his house, he attacked me also. This was the thing. This we do. This addiction. Finally, I had struck a very good bonding with him, Sardarji, and I called his wife and explained that a very cute lady and very, that she was like anything, and he paid round about 12 lakhs rupees at that rehab. 12 lakhs rupees, and nothing was done. Can you imagine? 12 lakhs. Then we started the things, and slowly the Sardarji family has some problems. I cannot explain on this because everybody has got his own family. Whatever medicine I have because I used to get this medicine from Rajasthan, right? And it has got FDA approved. This medicine is FDA approved, right? And it is meticulously planned. Everything is on that, and I was very much particular about. So he was not using my medicine because he was not get money. He spent all his money. I really feel sorry for that guy. Still, I'm searching for that Sardarji. He had a very big shop. They have sold that out. These people have left from Punjab and all where they were staying. So these are the some. I tell you, I wanted to just share this moment. Again, a lady in the morning, she came, and at my house, she's a very poor lady, and in fact, her medicine costed around about 1,000 rupees for 15 days for this one. And when I saw her face, that mother not having chappals in her legs, sari was torn off, She was doing all bartan and all, pocha and jhadu, and she was in a very bad state. Morning she came, then I explained, I gave that things. But why I charge, the reason behind that is that the sense of sincerity will be there. If you will, the
Absolutely.
sense of sincerity will be there. Today she came and I asked her, how is your son? She told me, Dr. Sahab, बहुत अच्छा है अभी तो, and what to do? So this is how I started, and that son had sold all the bartan of her family.
Oh my
They are
God.
very poor people.
This
is the,
if I may ask for the viewers,
yeah.
if I may ask for the viewers, if you can recommend one or two or three something that people can get confidence in their de-addiction to alcohol, if something that you can recommend, because many people might not be able to come to Allahabad and visit you.
No. This medicine is through you. We can send the medicine, because through this forum we can send the medicine. And the thing is that, sir, why people drink? First, why? Then only how. Then we have the answer. Why people drinks, and when people drinks, and where people avoid drinking. For example, when I just counseled that children who came from from Noida and that international school, I inquired ki, so then his mother told me that, doctor, when we are sitting together, they avoid consuming this alcohol. When we are watching, we are attending a function, they avoid. And why they are taking? She told me the obvious reason of consuming this alcohol was over stress of like studies sometime, and parents are and giving more money in schools, right? Hello.
Yeah,
Right.
I can hear you.
Giving now India is so much financially. I say they are showing off all the things. They give unnecessary. I remember my days when we send our kids to school. We go to the bus stand as if it's going to London. Bye bye, take care. This thing. But our father was. We never used to stand in front at 6:30. We used to get up at 6:30. And we were kicked out to go to school. Now the scenario has changed.
Right.
This is one of the reasons. Over protection. Over protection. And this has again got a negative feedback. So what I recommend to the viewers of this through this forum, first of thing, you just see when he is not consuming alcohol. Put the point in that. And try to create same conditions. Definitely, I avoid in front of my kid. I avoid in front of my mother. So this is in your hand. Then we have to design his lifestyle by you get up at Satoguna Kala, like early in the morning, then do all the things. And third, that is if he or she is getting at 10:30 or 11:30, that is a tamoguna, that is a depressive kal. So we have to create that condition so that the things are okay, right?
Speaking about this is a very important thing that you have said, creating that condition. Now, and you also mentioned about children, and in our times how we were getting up in the morning, etc., and all that. Speaking of children, doctor, today major problem parents have is about cold and cough. There are two types of cold and cough the children face. One, which is a normal one. Second is a very chronic one. Can you recommend some medicines that people all over India or the world can do when there is very chronic? These are the medicines and the prescription. I know it needs Ayurveda needs that personalized approach. I understand, but still I have seen Ayurveda work without that personalized approach also.
As I told you, Ayurveda is a way of life. Why we are getting cough and cold? Since I'm a Vaidya, I'll explain you. Why this chronicity cannot be used for the children, because children mean age is up to 5 years. Only acute we can say. They are in the developmental phase, like lungs are developing, heart is developing, intestine is developing. We have heard doctors say, let him attain the age of 5, everything will go off. Have you heard this saying?
Right.
The thing is that at this age, the immunity of the children are very less. Their self-defense mechanism is very less. And once the child is born, he's so much, we are visiting doctors. Straightway we go to nebulizers, we go to a lot of things, we go this thing, that thing. We have to work on the immunity,
Of course.
on the hygiene. People say now we are become very hygienic. AC, we have got the AC, we have got each and we have got the blower, we have got the fan. They are all killing the natural things. Body is made up of Panch Mahabhuta: Jal, Agni, Vayu, Akash, Prithvi. When a child comes, he is just like a flower. That time the cough of the body is disturbed, the kapha kal. So we have to increase the immunity. How immunity can be increased? Start giving it honey. Honey is the best cough shamak. Then start giving him like vacha and giloy powder. Vacha, have you heard vacha? It is available in a I don't want to claim the brand name. You can have a mented from Himalaya. It contains a vacha. Then there is a immunity base. There is a company, a very good preparation, Immunopret. When Binorica company is preparing it. Syrup. Binorica from German. Immunopret. Immunity.
Achha. Is it available in India?
Yeah, freely available in Delhi and all. I'm using it regularly, right? So there the quality and the benchmark of preparing this medicine is very good, because in Ayurveda say Aushadhi means Bahukalpam Bahugudam Sampanam Yogyam. One medicine have many kalpanae. It's a very yogya sampan. In our pharmaceutical world, there is many babas who are preparing this medicine. They are all commercial based.
Right.
Here, if there is a pharmaceutical, if I am a Vaidya, I have to behave like a Vaidya. I should not start practicing modern medicine. Otherwise, I will be in a no man's land. Same way, Ayurveda has got some good medicine. Because I am taking this medicine, raw medicine may not be available to certain people. Basically, giloy. And one thing which is available in the family is the pippali. Have you heard about the Piper longum? The powder of Piper longum should be given, and 125 milligram is the dose with the honey. It should be given to a child. Then comes a dried ginger. Dried ginger is the richest source of calcium. This is called sot. Have you heard about sotaura? After delivery, people used to give sotaura. This comes with the sot. Sot is the richest source of calcium. So these sort of things like Piper longum. So start giving some turmeric also to the child. Turmeric is a natural anti-allergic.
Now, how is this turmeric to be given? In doodh or means in our food we put turmeric, no, doctor?
We give. That's why all our spices are being used. So if you are from and somebody is from a Kerala or country, as far as India is concerned, it is situated between 8 degree and 37 degree north.
Right.
As you the foods differ. For a child, here the contest comes for a child. Child, when it's born, there is we have to act on the immunity. Like I have got honey, he should take honey. In a child, there is 3 cycles. First is the cheer. There is when the teethings are not there, they have to go for the milk up to 6 months. When teething starts, Kheer Annad, they have to give milk and Anna also. Number of month minus 6 is equal to number of teeth. Like in a 8 month, a child can be having 2 teeth. In a 12 month, they can have 4 teeth. They have to go for the Anna. Then same way, after they have to go for the Anna. That's why there was an Annashan type of things going on. There are various sanskaras. Nishkraman sanskar was there. At what time baby will be taken out? Right here, right from the first day we go for the baby, and here you can throw a lot of light on this, since you are astrology. I'm not expert in that. There was a Nishkraman sanskara. There was a Annaprashan sanskara, because Annaprashan sanskara was taken when the teeth started coming and when the baby's intestine was on the way to develop. That's why we used to give Swarna Prasan. There is some Swarna Yoga, they are also given for the immunity. So shortly I can say, we can start with the turmeric. Turmeric can be fried, it can be kept, it can be given in the honey also. Honey is a vehicle.
Are you saying turmeric powder is to be fried? Are you saying that?
Yeah, fried. Because when it will be fried, all bacteria, virus will be killed at 20 degree, at 100 degree.
Can I go more deeper into this, Dr. Vaidyaji?
Yeah.
Malikaji, I'm not a cook. You're a cook. So how do I fry this?
In clarified butter, ghee.
Ghee on the tawa.
Okay. So I fry it and then let it cool down and then give it to my child in what form? With honey or
With
just...
With honey.
You can put it in a fried. Once you fry around about 100 grams, put in a bottle. Okay. Regularly use as if you are using a Horlicks. You can mix with other things.
Good logic.
Right.
Okay. So this will increase the immunity. What about Giloy?
Giloy is a powder. It is a guduchi. It is a Giloy. It's a very spicy, very. It's a thick and katu pradhan. Child will not take it out. That's why there are some syrup of Giloy. Syrups of Giloy or guduchi. They are called Gudchi. Himalaya is preparing some syrups. You can go with the syrups. Like 125 milligram means 2.5 ml can be taken in the night.
In the night. And this even adults can take?
Then here we are chiding the child. There is a tablet for the adults.
Achha.
There are tablets for the dosas get entirely different.
Achha. So how many tablets? 1 tablet in the night we should take?
For adult.
Adult.
No, it's a 500 milligram. Once means tedious. 15 milligrams a day it should be taken.
Achha. Means how many tablets would that be, Vaidyaji?
Tablets are available in the market.
So 1 tablet in the night.
1 tedious for a male, for adult people, 1 morning, 1 after breakfast, 1 after lunch, 1 after dinner. Means 3 tablets in a day. 1500 milligrams should be taken.
Okay.
For the kid, the dose is entirely different. It should be taken in the night. It is for the wellness, not for illness.
Right.
So
this is to increase the immunity.
Right.
Yeah. The defense mechanism.
Right.
Now, when it comes to coming back to children, which medicines have you found working really well for their cough?
Can I share? Sorry.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt and share a bit? Sir, if you can correct me if I'm wrong. My daughter was continuous because of her low immunity. You know it because she's been getting treated by you. So she had a very, very low immunity since she was 1.5. So she used to get cold and cough very, very frequently. I mean to say, first, whenever the weather would change, and then later on, very frequently. So what I used was, instead of giving her and first of when she was small, actually what I feel now is the immunity got really lesser because we started feeding her antibiotics, and there are very few antibiotics which are there and I, sorry if I'm not, I think there are no antibiotics after some some antibiotics are there, and after that there are no further discoveries of antibiotics, if I'm not wrong. So when slowly feeding antibiotics to such a small child, it gradually decreases immunity. So what happened was, I started giving her, whenever she used to sleep, without giving any medicine, I used to burn a camphor lamp. That is that was the powder of camphor with a candle. If you will have an oil burner, so putting 2 candles at one go and putting this camphor on over it, and when the room is like full of camphor, the whole night she will feel she will sleep very peacefully, no cough at all. So I started giving her in every season change whenever she had this, and what I saw was like it was not necessary for me to give any cough medicine to her later.
Wow. So basically, camphor is a great purifier, even Vastu wise. Okay, that's great sharing your experience, Malika ji. Vaidya ji, what would you recommend for chronic cough among young children?
Again, I will not use the word chronic. Chronic means after 10 years. Continuous 10 years means it's a chronic. Acute is the 5-6. Acute. It's a, they are having, first of all, foremost thing is that start giving him a lot of immunity booster things. Immunity booster things means fresh air, Jal, Agni, Vayu, Akash and Prithvi. All 5 fresh things should be given to a baby when it's born, right? And what I start, like you can have a pipli. Pipli, are you getting my words? Pipli, Piper longum.
Right, which is kind of this long, big,
longish
cylindrical, cylindrical shape spice.
Yeah, exactly. Like mulberry.
Like a mulberry. शहतूत जैसा दिखता है वो. Dried शहतूत जैसा दिखता है.
That's the thing. And again, with that, we have to give it a powder to the baby. Then I have turmeric. I have asked about the turmeric. Then giloy. And if at all he or she or any baby is getting attacks, this is all preventive. This is all swasthasya swastha rakshanam. This is a preventive. If at all, again, baby is having, they have to approach to a Vaidya or to a doctor. I basically call a Vaidya. These 3 things are sufficient for immunity. This giloy is a marvelous thing.
Okay, so I'll quickly come on 2 questions here. Giloy, if you can repeat how much quantity to be given to babies, 1, and that pipli, what to do with it, Malika ji? I mean, what do you do with it? How do we prepare it, or do we get it in?
See, in North India, I don't know about the other parts, but in North India, if you will go to any local pansari shop, so they are easily available on a very low cost. You can bring some 100 gram of it. You can grind it as you grind a dry coriander. You can make it a kind of powder, fine powder, and then chutki, say with pinch of it, you can put it in a spoon, then mix it and then give it to the child.
Mix it with what? Mix it with what and give it to them?
Honey.
Honey is the base, I think.
Achha.
It's a vehicle. Honey is the vehicle. Honey is the vehicle.
And Giloy, can you suggest Vaidya ji, kitna quantity for the children?
Giloy, it's a syrup. 125 milligram means 1 teaspoon. 5 ml contain 125 milligram. You can have from any branded company of Himalaya. Charak. Charak is selling extra immune. Like this Himalaya is selling on the name of Guduchi also. There is Septaline also available in the market. These are the things. And one more thing, before I forget, they have to apply a Gaika ghee on the chest and on the back. Mix camphor in that, what Malika has informed. It should be applied on the chest area and on the back of the lungs.
Garam karna hai, this ghee is to be heated up?
Definitely. वो heated up thoda ho jayega. It should be around about 40 degrees centigrade. That is the lukewarm. It should be applied in a circular fashion on the chest and in the back. And babies baby will be okay, relax, and timely start feeding the baby also. भाई उसको खाना देना timely. It like it had to use his or her abdomen as a havan kund. Slowly you have to, swaha, you have to do the thing.
Right.
I have a very important question. Today, parents are facing such serious problem. Ladies are facing such serious problem because of their husband smoking, parents because of their husband smoking. Now, in earlier times, smoking was a taboo, at least when I was growing up. Now it is accepted as a way of life. Forget that. I'm saying somebody wants to give up smoking, he has his own mental issues to grind and the willpower. But is there a medicine which can simultaneously heal? One is stopping the addiction, second is the healing of the lungs. Can the lungs heal back with Ayurveda? Is my very pertinent question to you.
Yeah. Let me tell you, lungs is one of the vital part of the body. It is the part, anatomically and physiologically, it is a part where it is made up of bronchioles, and there is alveoles in the end. And these alveoles, they, through a process called transfusion, whatever we inhale oxygen, they pass this oxygen in the blood, they carbon dioxide, then they expel it out. Lungs has to be very strong. Lungs play an important role because they are the after liver. Liver is a factory of the body. Lungs, it oxygenates the blood. One heme carry 4 oxygen atoms. I hope what I understand, you are asking about just leaving smoke. Yeah. Leave smoking.
Two questions. One is leaving smoking. Now there are some people, the wife will fight with the husband. He's not going to leave up smoking. Now I'm a wife. I know my husband is not going to leave up smoking. But can I give him something which can at least heal his lungs 20%, 30%, whatever? I'm thinking like a wife.
What do you mean to say? You let that person continue smoking?
No,
and,
I have two different questions. No, Vaidya, I have two different questions. A is, I want to give up smoking. What are the medicines, or what would you recommend? Second is, I'm a woman. My husband is not going to listen to me regarding his smoking. Okay. But at least can I give him something? Can I put something in the food? Or can I give him something that, hey, this is an immunity booster, without telling him that it's a smoking thing? Can I give him something by which at least his lungs will heal 20, 30, 40%? Whatever.
Same way I have got the powder. Whatever I'm giving for the alcohol, I have got for, that is called by name Dhumari. It's called Dhumari. I have got that product. Right. Without telling me, it is mixed in the food. When he starts smoking, again he's dancing at the tune. He leaves the things. The urge for smoking, it vanishes. And the second, to strengthen the lungs, what we can do, first and the foremost thing is the pranayam is the best.
Which particular pranayam?
Pranayam means anulom vilom. It's all a shwasakriya. And pranayam, it's not the right word. It's called a shwasakriya. They have to go for the shwasakriya. Like 4-4-6 means they have to inhale 4. They have to just tuck up at 4. Then by other nose expel. That is anulom vilom. It's a very good thing because, they are the oxygen. They are called the life. When a baby is born, what the first act it does? Yeah, it do. The first act is that people say baby cry. I say no. Baby inhales, then it cries, then people laugh. And what will happen when we die? We exhale. Then people cry. The whole life is between inhale and exhale. Once you understand how to go for inhaling and exhaling, you can understand the life. So for the lungs, regularly he has to go for inhale and exhale.
Pranayam or Anulom Vilom or Swastika.
Anulom Vilom. And as far as the lungs, again, we have to go for the Virechana. Tamaketu Virechana. Means again he had to detoxify with purgatives, or they have to meet a Vaidya for a proper purgation. Once there is a loose motion, once there is a urine is increased, there will be the toxins will be expelled out from the body. And the second, we go for the Vamana. Vamana means vomiting. We give certain medicine, it induces vomiting, then the body is clean. This is what we can do. It is just like a kapda rangne se pehle dhona. You have to wash the cloth before uske upar rang chadhane se pehle. This is what we can do.
I still remember.
Hope I am clear. Hope I am clear in this.
I want you to, you're clear. I want to come on vomiting, but, and that is why vomiting is important. I think we can have a complete hours of discussion on that. But quickly, I want to come.
Very good topic. We can have a very lengthy discussion on Vamana, that is a vomiting, then a Virechana, purgation, we can Rakta Mokshana, bloodletting, then we can have a Nasya. Nasya, we include because nasal is the track which connects our brain. This is the way by which the brain is connected to neurological problems. Then we can come on the Vasti Kriya, that is a medicated enema, which is Anuvasan and Kashaya Vasti. These two type of Vasti we used to give. This is a very big topic.
Yeah. I want to come back on the smoking part. You mentioned a medicine called Dhumari.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how is that to be taken, Vaidya?
Without knowing the patient, the wife or the family member, they can mix that powder in the foods.
How much quantity?
It has got a powder. It has got definite. You can mix. It will mix. It is not visible at all. It will intermingle in that. It's such a fine powder. It will remove all each. I'll do one thing. If I would have been knowing since morning the topic, because I would have brought that whole the folders to show you.
You will do it next time.
Next time.
Or you can send it to us. We'll scan it and put it in the center of this video.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do
this
that.
Dhumari is available everywhere?
No, because since I'm working with some guys and they are giving me, we are with research center, right? So we are working on that, and I'll ask them to make it available in Delhi also. It's freely it is not available, and we can use this forum for that.
Right.
Through you, or you can send. I can have that pudiya, and it's not a branded type of. I can send the pudiya.
From this alcohol and smoking, I just remember some funny thing about one of my ex-colleagues. What he was saying is earlier his wife used to stop him from drinking and smoking. Then he said, I started giving some lovely shots to her, and gradually then he also got, habitual. Now she makes one for her and two for him. So.
Oh, marvelous.
See, my problem is, I was reading the newspaper, and last month it came that even if you do not smoke, if you're staying in Bombay and Delhi, you are consuming 6 cigarettes a day. Even if you're not a smoker. This was the pollution thing, the big report had come. So quite a medical report in Times of India. It had come on the front page.
Last year the schools were closed for 10 days in Delhi because of the huge smog, which is pollution plus fog.
Exactly. My point is, today, whether you're a smoker or a non-smoker, you're still smoking. It's what the medical pollution, medical reports are about the pollution. So, apart from pranayama, is there a way to keep the lungs clean and healthy by some medicine that is easily available? So maybe a smaller way.
Again, whatever you have, these. I don't know, the things which are freely available, we have to consume that. There's no charge for the oxygen. There's no charge for the Almighty has given it. The thing is that as far as literally speaking, again we will become a commercial in this. Like Virechana is the loose motion. I told you after every 15 days, let's use purgative medicines. For every, we should go for the gargles. Regularly, we must use the twig of neem for, brushing of our teeth. This sublingually it get involved and the things get cleaned up. This is this is the way. People will say a lot of medicine are available in the market for the lungs. We can give a Sitopala di Churna, we can give a Kaishur Google, we can Swas Kas Chintamani, we can give Shwas Yoga. Everything is available in the market. But the thing is that I believe this forum we are using definitely for detoxification of the lungs. How to tackle this, pollution. So here we have to go for purgation. We have to take our diet properly in time and live the life in a natural way. Every 15 days, go for purgation. See the magic.
Thank you. Thank you. We have a lot of questions, and I want our next episode to be on vomiting.
Right, definitely.
And why vomiting, the classical base, the benefits.
Yeah.
Can a common man do it? How easy?
Of course, I do it daily.
Oh, really?
One jug of water in the morning and then puking it all out.
I used to
I tell
do it.
you, the first act in a baby, it is vomiting. It does the vomiting. First act after delivery, we go for the
They
vomiting.
clean it, right.
The first act when you are entering into a life is a vomiting. And vomiting is relative with the kapha. Morning is a kapha kala, afternoon is a pitta kala, and evening is a vata kala. You can equate with the life. Morning is just like a child. Afternoon is just like youth, and evening is just like that life, retire life. So that's why this is the these are the very good concepts.
Right.
Thank you so much. I don't think this is going to be a one-time love affair. It's going to be a love affair till life. So
In
we're
fact,
going
we did not cover. Right. In fact, we
Malika.
did not cover the women in this topic when I was talking about my curing of the PCOD, which is very, very common in females. So I had taken Dr. Sir's 6 months medicine. So, in fact, my gynae was very surprised that where did that all go after 6 months. So, in fact, the sonography guy asked me that you had it 6 months back. So I told him that I had taken Ayurvedic medicine. So he said, okay.
Oh, wow. Thank you
Sir,
so much. Thank you so much for sharing
okay.
this wonderful thing, Malika ji.
One more thing before we said a bye to a lovely talks. What is PCOD? You inquired initiation of our talks.
Right.
PCOD is a polycystic ovarian disorder.
Oh.
In every month, one ovum is released from the body in a female. Sometime 2-3 get released, and one is passed down and 2 are stuck up. They get bigger in size. What we do with Ayurveda treatment, we stop oxygenation in that particular area and the results comes. This is simple as like that.
Oh, really? How can you stop oxygenation? I mean, this is in a particular
oxygenation means we stop giving that glucose, because glucose is the richest source of oxygen. Glucose.
Right.
We remains high calorie. A lot of PCOD is because of the obesity, the style. And I was using Kachanar Gugul, Raja Pravartani Vati. I was using Pushyanu Chirun. They act marvelously on this.
I must tell this to the audience today, that I started this episode with the importance of Ayurveda in the old Shastra, how an astrologer was asked to also learn Ayurveda. Today in India, astrologers have become more focused on predictions and upayas. Whereas in the West today, in America, people are learning astrology and Ayurveda together. And Ayurveda together. And those who are young on our channel, they can go and type was Dr. Vasant Lad Saptarishis on YouTube, and they will see that how Dr. Vasant Lad, we conducted an interview with him, one of the biggest names in Ayurveda in USA. He has been spreading Ayurveda to the astrological community, teaching them that. So this video is for the common man and also for the astrological community. And I must thank Malika ji for introducing Dr. Rai, and you've been a great help, Malika ji. And Dr. Rai, it's such a pleasure talking to you. May
Thank
God
you so much.
all the love that you.
Thank you so much, sir. Bye-bye. It was nice interacting and hope it will continue.
It will.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.